Good morning. Today I have a story and a song about a whale. The story is called The Whale Who Wanted to Be Small. The Whale Who Wanted to Be Small, for Eddie and Willie. In the sparkling blue ocean around the Hawaiian Islands, there once lived a whale who wanted to be small. Although she was only a baby whale, Kanani was already much, much bigger than any of her friends. This made her rather shy. "Oh dear," she would often say, "if only I were not so big and clumsy. I wish I was small like my friends." One day, Iwilani, the seabird, cried out to Kanani, "The whale hunters are coming! You must hide! Quick, quick, go and hide!" "What shall I do? Where can I hide? Is there any place big enough for me to hide?" cried Kanani. Taco the octopus came to help her. "Squeeze this ink into the water in front of you, and the whale hunters will not be able to see you." The octopus squeezed some ink into the water. None of the other sea creatures could see behind him in his cloud of black ink. "Now you try," said Taco. When Kanani tried to hide behind her cloud of ink, it stung her eyes. And anyway, there was not enough ink to cover her big body. "I have a better idea," said Kalila, the spotted eel. "Follow me into my cave. The whale hunters will not find you in there." And with that, Kalila slipped into a rocky cave. None of his friends could see him because it was dark and shadowy inside the cave. Kanani wriggled and tried to push her way through the rocks, but only the tip of her nose fitted. The rest of her that did not fit looked just like a whale trying to wriggle into a cave. A sweet voice spoke up from a nearby rock. It was Leilani, the sea anemone. "Why not cover yourself with flowers? That way the whale hunters will think you're an anemone, and they will not disturb you." "What a clever way to hide! You look just like a flower," laughed Kanani. Kanani saw a lei seller on the beach. She bought as many leis as she could carry, swam back to the rocks where the anemones lived. The sea anemones swayed their feelers gracefully side to side like hula dancers. Kanani covered herself with the leis, and she moved her body from side to side like the anemones. But no matter how much she swayed from side to side, she still looked like a whale pretending to be an anemone. "I have a spare shell you can borrow," suggested Kanoik, the shy little hermit crab. His two beady eyes peeped out at Kanani as he tapped the empty shell with one of his pincers. "What a silly idea!" cried all the sea creatures. "Thanks all the same, Kanoik," said Kanani. "But if I can't fit into Kalila's the eel cave, how would I be able to hide in your tiny shell?" Olu the turtle tried to help. "Swim to the bottom of the ocean and lie down in the seagrass. The whale hunters will think you're a rock, and they will sail over you in their boat." So Olu tucked her head and her flippers into her shell so that she looked like a rock at the bottom of the ocean. Kanani lay very still in the seagrass and made herself as small as she could, but she was not able to tuck in her big flippers or long tail, so she looked like a whale pretending to be a rock. "Oh dear," cried Kanani. "I have tried everything, but there's no place big enough for me to hide. How I wish I was small, but I am so big. I can be seen from miles away, and now the whale hunters are going to catch me." Poor Kanani sobbed as if her heart would break. and great big whale-sized tears splashed down her cheeks. Just then there was a loud humming sound. And all the other sea creatures moved aside as Kapunekane, the great big grandfather whale, swam up to Kanani. "Well, well, well, my dear little Kanani, why are you crying?" asked Grandfather Whale in his deep, gentle voice. "I'm crying because I want to be small, so the whale hunters will not catch me. You are so old and clever, Kapunekane. Please tell me how I can make myself small like my friends," sobbed Kanani. "My little Kanani," chuckled her grandfather. "You must not be afraid. Men stopped hunting whales around here a long time ago. Boats now carry friendly people who like to watch us swim in the ocean. People carry cameras and take pictures to show their friends. They tell stories how they have seen the biggest creature in the whole wide world." "Look at me! I love being big!" shouted Kapunekane as he leapt out of the water. The water foamed and splashed. "You see," winked Grandfather, "they have not hurt me. Now you try." Kanani lifted her head out of the foaming water, and the little boy shouted, "Oh, look! A baby whale!" All the people cheered, "Woo!" and Kanani's eyes shone with pride. "Are you happy now?" asked Kapunekane. "Yes, Grandfather," Kanani replied, "but there's just one thing. You have shown me how nice it is to be big, so I do not want to be small anymore. Now I want to be the biggest whale in the whole wide world." The end. There are many different types of whales. Kanani, the whale in our story, is a member of the humpback whale family. Did you know that male humpback whales can grow to a length of 58 feet? And females actually are even bigger at 62 feet, about the length of a bus. Both male and female adults can weigh as much as 53 tons. Baby humpbacks are about 15 feet long, and they weigh about 1.5 tons at birth. That's a big baby. And that's about the size of an automobile or a car. Humpback whales are the most playful of all the great whales. They love to leap and somersault in the ocean. The time to see humpbacks in Hawaii is from December to April. After April, they migrate to their polar feeding grounds in search of food. That was The Whale Who Wanted to Be Small by Gill McBamett.